Okay, let's dive into this. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going on a bit of a narrative journey. I really want to talk about escaping that modern trap of digital burnout. You know that feeling, right? Just kind of drifting through your days. Well, we're going to tackle that by tapping into a profound piece of ancient wisdom we call the awakening. Now, this isn't about learning some new, flashy productivity hack. It's about fundamentally changing how you view your time. We live in an era of literally endless distraction, and overcoming it, well, it requires something much stronger than just putting your phone on silent.
I want you to really ask yourself right now, what dreams are you postponing? So often we find ourselves locked into this claustrophobic modern status quo. We're just surviving unconsciously. Think about the hours we spend trapped in the endless loop of phone scrolling, staring at screens, passively consuming other people's lives while basically putting our own on hold. We tell ourselves, oh, I'll do that eventually, or someday I'll chase that goal. We literally treat our ambitions, our deepest desires, like they can just sit in a waiting room indefinitely.
And this brilliantly illustrates our core conflict. The modern mindset tells us, hey, I'll start later. Most people today live under this massive illusion that they have endless tomorrows. But the ancient reality? It's starkly different. Time is uncertain. Throughout history, philosophers, monks, samurai warriors, they didn't hide from this fact. They totally embraced it. Monks meditated on it to build spiritual awareness, and warriors accepted it so fear wouldn't control their decisions. They completely understood that death is certain, but time is completely uncertain.
Which brings us to the inciting incident of our journey today. The concept, memento mori. It's a Latin phrase, and it translates simply yet powerfully to remember that you must die. Now, I want to slow down for a second here. Just let that sink in. In our fast-paced, always-on modern world, we sprint right past this reality. But taking a deliberate, spacious moment to actually confront this truth, it's the exact medicine we need for our modern distractions. Now, hearing the phrase, remember that you must die, well, it might sound kind of dark, it might sound cold, or even depressing at first glance. But I promise you, the true meaning is exactly the opposite. This isn't some message of hopelessness, and it's definitely not about fearing death at all. Actually, it's a profound, urgent call to awaken to life. It's the sudden realization that because every breath is temporary, your life becomes infinitely valuable. Because here's the thing, when we ignore our mortality, we fall right into these modern life traps. We fall into addictions, we lose ourselves in endless distractions and meaningless, empty routines. We stay in toxic relationships, and we let fear totally dictate our choices. And why? Because we're basically wasting our lives pretending our time is infinite. We act like we have 1,000 years to finally get it right, to finally set boundaries, to finally stop scrolling and start living deliberately. Section 1, the shift, from fear to purpose. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is where our journey takes an emotional turn. When you begin to accept impermanence, the fact that nothing lasts forever, not your youth, not your money, not your pain, it actually completely destroys the trivial fears that are holding you back. Acknowledging death doesn't paralyze you, it frees you. It shifts your entire focus away from shallow survival and toward a deeply purposeful existence. Just think about the sheer absurdity of our daily anxieties. Your fear of embarrassment, under the lens of memento mori, it's completely meaningless. Fear of judgment, entirely temporary. Fear of failure, it simply fades away. One day, everyone disappears, including the people whose opinions currently imprison you. So when you truly grasp this ultimate reality, wasting your existence hiding out or living for someone else's approval, it just seems completely absurd. Let's look at what this means for specific parts of our lives. If you're a parent, Memento Mori has a crystal clear message. Be present. Stop obsessing over small problems or checking your phone during dinner. Your kids are growing incredibly quickly. This philosophy demands that you stop missing the actual, real life happening right in front of you. If you're a dreamer, the message is simple. Stop waiting. Stop waiting for permission. Stop telling yourself, oh, someday I'll chase that goal, or eventually I'll get disciplined. Someday is simply not guaranteed. Your time is strictly limited, so whatever it is you're waiting for, the time to take action is right now. And for someone in love, it means cherish every single moment. This perspective transforms ordinary life into something truly profound. A simple hug, a quiet conversation, a shared sunset. These ordinary moments become absolutely sacred precisely because you cannot keep them forever. They become beautiful because they do not last. Let's move to section 2 and see how this builds into the transformation, real-life application. Because
It's one thing to understand this ancient philosophy in theory, but the real magic happens when we ground it in our daily scenarios. How do we take this profound realization and use it to transform our everyday routines? Well, it starts with this highly actionable two-step daily reflection routine. Step 1, in the morning, ask yourself, if today mattered more than yesterday, how would I live? And step 2, at night, ask, did I truly live today? Incorporating these two questions forces absolute honesty. It cures procrastination because it creates immediate intention. You finally stop drifting and start deliberately choosing your values and who you want to become each and every day.
Time is your most valuable resource, right? So remembering your mortality creates urgency, and urgency creates action. Memento Mori inspires you to work out, to build your dream, to start that business, to become mentally stronger. It gives you the push to finally reach out and repair those strained relationships. You do these things not because life is meaningless, but because it's incredibly precious. Whenever you feel overwhelmed by the total chaos of modern life, the deadlines, the drama, the endless stream of notifications, use this ultimate prioritizing question as a psychological tool. Will this matter at the end of my life? Apply it and just watch how instantly modern stress and overwhelm completely dissolve. It beautifully filters out what wastes your time and reveals what actually deserves your precious energy. So the crucial point is Section 3, the resolution, creating your legacy. This right here is the culmination of our journey. We've moved from escaping digital burnout to applying daily discipline, and now we arrive at the spiritual and legacy aspects of this philosophy. What remains after we're gone? Memento Mori creates a deep spiritual awareness that prompts some really heavy, vital questions. The first is, did I love well? When all the noise fades, this asks you to reflect on the true value of your personal connections. Did you foster healing? Did you forgive quickly? Did you truly connect with the people around you? The second question is, did I live truthfully? Now, this forces you to confront your authenticity. Are you living the life you genuinely want to live, or are you just kind of hiding behind the approval of others? Are you letting fear dictate your path, or are you stepping into who you were truly meant to become? And the final, perhaps most piercing question of all, did I waste the gift of life? This absolutely cements the realization that time is impossibly fragile. It challenges you to look at your hours and your days and ask if you spent them just surviving unconsciously, or if you embraced the absolute miracle of being alive. When we actually answer those questions, we redefine what legacy means. A true legacy isn't just about fame or massive wealth. Legacy is raising kind children. It's helping others heal. It's inspiring someone, creating art, living with real integrity. Your existence leaves echoes, you know? It's these profound, everyday actions that echo forward long after you're gone. We're going to end today's explainer with this incredibly powerful thought. Since you will die, truly live. Death is not the destination of this philosophy. Awareness is. It's the mirror that reveals what truly matters. So, as you finish this explainer and head back into your day, ask yourself, will you keep letting distractions steal your precious time, or will you remember death so that you finally begin to live? Thanks so much for joining me.